If the handle on your toilet is sticking and difficult to operate, you go to use it and it just doesn't want to push down. My guess is you have either a Mansfield toilet or a toilet which is utilizing the same system as a Mansfield toilet typically utilizes. If that's the case for your toilet, this video is the right one for you. I'm going to show you exactly how to address this problem and why the problem isn't actually the tank lever itself. Check this out. So when we go to flush this toilet, you'll see that as we hold down on the tank lever, we're actually lifting up the center tower within this toilet. When you lift that tower up, that's what allows water to then flow into the bowl and perform the flush. The problem is that at the base of this tower is a red washer or a red gasket. Over time, this gasket will deform and then it will get stuck to the tower. So when you go to pull the tower and have it lift off the gasket still wants to hang tight to that tower. It's struggling, it's fighting to keep it in place, and that's what you're actually feeling when you go and pull that tank lever and it doesn't want to operate. So if you've replaced your tank lever 2, 3, 4, 5 times and it just keeps breaking, this is what you need to be taking care of. It's very simple, doesn't require a single tool. Let me show you how it's done. So with the water off, I'm going to go ahead and flush the toilet, let it drain from the tank as much as it possibly will. Once I've done that, I'm then going to remove the fill valve hose from the center overflow tube. With the hose disconnected, we're going to hold back on the overflow itself, and we're going to unthread the upper portion of the overflow. Now we're going to manually pull the overflow tube up, and as we do, we're going to position it in such a manner that we can release the tank lever from it. We now have direct access to the flush valve washer. I recommend using gloves for this part as it tends to stain your hands. What we're going to do is reach in and carefully pull up on the gasket. It may stretch a little bit, it may snap, but we're going to pull it off of the tower system and make sure we get any remnants cleaned up that we can. We're now going to take our new gasket and slide it into position. We want to catch the grooves at the base of the tower, and then once that's in place, I like to grab onto the gasket and just rotate it just a little bit. This could be either counterclockwise or clockwise, it doesn't really matter. All you're doing is just making sure the gasket is nicely seated. Sometimes if it's not in there perfectly, just kind of rotating it while it's in position will get it to seat the way we want it to. Once it spins smoothly, we're then going to complete putting things back together in the reverse order. So we'll take our overflow tube and we'll go ahead and slide it in, making sure to connect the tank lever back in place as we do so. Once that's dropped in position, we'll take the upper portion of the overflow tube that we unthreaded off earlier. We'll thread it back in place by rotating it clockwise. And finally, we'll take the fill valve overflow tube and snap it back in place. Now we can turn water back onto the toilet, let it fill up. We'll test to make sure that the toilet's not running, and we'll also make sure that we can operate that tank lever without any problems. A couple of things to note as this toilet's filling. The first is that if you're having to replace the flush valve washer, the fill valve itself is not going to be far behind. I have a video up already showing exactly how we replace the fill valve. If you haven't already done so, I recommend you check it out and watch it. I'll go ahead and post a link up to it right here. I'm also going to post a link to it at the end of this video. Everything you'll need to perform this job is going to be located as affiliate links within this video's description. If you do choose to click one of those links and then proceed to make a purchase, I do receive a small commission at no additional charge to you. Thank you so much for your support if you choose to do so. If not, hey, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you being here. Maybe consider liking and subscribing if this is helpful for you. Now, let's get back to the video. So with the tank filled back up, you can see that the water in the tank is very murky. This is just particles from the old gasket that kind of came loose and are within the water. This is not going to harm anything, but what you can do is flush the toilet, hold down the tank lever while you do so, until all of that murky water has left the tank. When you do flush, make sure that tank lever operates properly too. And with that complete, you're all set. Well done, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.